This conference will now be recorded.
We are going to start with how to create project. Creating. Then we are going to see the examples of class. Then how to create object. Then data types. These are the concepts we are going to cover today. Okay, after completing installation, you can see on desktop. Okay, this is the Eclipse IDE. Then it will ask you, okay, where you are going to store your programs. Here we are going to click on browse. Then this PC, if you have D drive, go to D drive and create one folder. I don't have any D drive. I'm going to create folder in C drive. Okay, click this C drive. Then right click, new folder, Selenium training workspace. Then select folder. Click on launch. You can maintain multiple workspaces as well. Okay, suppose if you want to maintain separate Java programs, you can create different workspace. Okay, click on launch. Then close this welcome message. Here we have multiple options to create a project. Click on file, new, Java project. This is one option to create a project. Here we can give Selenium training. One. While creating project, okay, we installed Java 1.8, right? You need to select this option. Don't forget, okay, whenever you are creating new project, you need to select this Java SE 1.8. Then click on finish. Now see, you can click this greater than symbol. You can see this JRE library came. Without this, we cannot able to write a single Java program. We need this JRE system library if you want to write any Java code. Then this is the default package. SRC is the default package. Now we are going to create a custom package. Always you need to create a custom package to write our own programs. Right click on SRC, new. Here we have multiple options like project, package, class, interface. Now we are going to create package. This package name, okay, generally we are going to define with organization name. Suppose if you are working with Accenture, you can keep like this. Dot Corejava basics. Package name always we need to start with lowercase. Okay, everything is lowercase only in package. Click on finish. These are the naming conventions you need to know. Okay, then right click on package, new. Now we are going to create a class. Class example, if you are taking any class like human, or you can take any class animal or car, you can define that properties. Okay, Suppose if you are going to take car is the class. First you need to know what is class. Okay. Here if you want to change font size you can change. I think hope everyone can able to see my screen, right? Font size is fine or shall I increase the font size? You just message me in chat. Okay, we have chat option. If it
Yeah,
is
that
fine
should
me,
be fine.
okay, fine. Yeah, first thing you need to know what is class. Okay, class is a blueprint of objects which represent states and behaviors of object. Okay, class is a blueprint of object which represents states and behaviors of object. Okay, what is this exact meaning? We are going to see in program. And you need to know what is object. Object is the reference or instance of the class which exist in real world. Example you can take whatever exists in real world, those are objects like fan, TV, human, animal. These are the objects which exist in real world. You can say, okay. Then suppose if you want to describe about any object like car, I want to describe about car, then I need to create a class file. That's why I created name as car. Then here we are going to define these are the property. If you see the states, right? States and behaviors. States going to represent as variables. I will say in detail, okay, what is variable. Now today class, okay, we are going to understand what is class and object. I will take separate session for variables as well. Variables, okay, int number of wheels. String model, car model. What is this integer? What is this string? Okay, we'll see in detail. Int or string color. String make. Okay, these are some properties. These are the properties which we are going to define as variables. Same way, okay, we are going to define these behaviors as methods. Public void apply breaks. Okay, then public void apply speed. Okay, what are the actions, right? What are the actions we are going to perform? Those will be represented as methods. These are the just properties, number of wheels, then model, color, make. If you take any object, okay, we are going to define these three. Example, if you take human, this is the class file. Always you need to start with uppercase. We are going to create this class file under this package. Then for execution, we need to select this main method. Without main method, you cannot execute the Java program. But nowadays, we are not going to create any Java projects. Okay. Just you need to know what is this static main method. Even interviews, they will ask you. Okay. In a lot of interviews, they will ask you, okay, what is this public, static, void, why main method is static, okay, why we are passing this string arguments. They will ask lot of questions in Java. You need to know, okay, what is this main method, how it is going to help us for executing the program. Okay, then if you take human, int number of eyes, int number of legs, string name, string address, then salary, okay, double salary, then boolean, whether married or not. If he is married means we can define true, if he is not married we can define false. Okay, these are the properties, okay, human some properties. And coming to behaviors, we are going to represent as methods, public void, human, eating, human, running. If you take any object, okay, we are going to represent those object properties as variables and behaviors as methods. You can take any object. That's how we are going to work with class files. Without class file, you cannot able to explain the object of human being. Okay, if you want to describe about any object, we need to create the class file, human running, like this. Coming to execution part, okay, if you want to execute this one, you can double click this, see, you can double click, again you can minimize, maximize. Sometimes while practicing, right, you can drag this one here by mistakenly. If you drag this one here, see, alignments are getting changed. Okay, again if you want to get everything in proper way, go to preferences, perspective, the reset perspective. Okay, here we have window perspective, reset perspective. Okay, it will give you everything is normal. See, it came back to the normal. Sometimes it will happen, okay, this will come here and this will come here, like that. While dragging, simply go to here, perspective, reset perspective, that's it. Okay, now you can open multiple class files as well. See, at a time you can open multiple class files here. You need to know, okay, because you are going to join with experience, right? You need to know all these things, how to debug the program. Okay, we have different options here, run as, then for debugging, see how to debug a program. You need to know this menu, okay. Then while working with plugins, you need to install some plugins, go to install software, Eclipse Marketplace, try to explore all these things. Okay, if you want to search any file, go here, navigation, refactor, and if you want to comment any block of code, you can define this. See, suppose I want to comment this online source, add block comment. This is the shortcut you need to know. Control plus shift plus slash. See, commented everything. Now color is changed, right? Different. Now if you want to remove comment, remove block comment, like this. Each and every line, okay, you need to define the semicolon. Otherwise it will throw exception. See what it is showing. Syntax error, insert semicolon to complete the class body declaration. It will give you hint also. The only thing you need to understand, okay, what hint it is giving, then you can clear that. Okay, each and every line you need to define the semicolon. Then only that line is completed, declaration. Then method is block of statements. Okay, see, method For class file, we are going to define this flower bracket. Then method C, we are going to start with round brackets, then including this. Inside class file, we are going to write the entire code. Whenever you are creating class, right, you will get like this. Inside only we need to write. Outside class, if you try to write, it will throw error. You cannot write any code outside the class. Okay, initially if you are starting programming, right, you will get lot of errors. Okay, just to go through this video and try to create class file as it is how I am explaining. Practice the same, then you can try new. Okay, you will get lot of topics. Okay, if you try to Google, right, what is class, try to explore different options as well. Try to practice more like about class object. Try to practice more on different concept. Okay, now if you want to execute, inside main method, we are going to create object to the class. This is the syntax to create object to the class. Suppose I want to define like this. This is a comment. We are commenting this line. Whenever you are defining double slash, right? That means this Eclipse will understand that we are going to comment this line. This is just for information. We are not going to execute this line. Syntax to create object to the class. This is the syntax. Class name. This is the reference equal to new class name. This is the object. Whenever you are using new keyword, right, system will understand that, okay, we are creating the new object for that particular class. This is the syntax. What is the class name? Human is the class name. Reference I can create, okay, whatever I can wish. Okay, h1 equal to new human. Okay, this is the reference. With this reference, we are going to access these variables as well as methods. h1 dot see address, married, name, number of eyes, number of legs. Then see data type, which data type it is showing? String. Then boolean, and also methods you can see here. Human eating, human running. Okay, I am going to define human address Ravi. Then h1 dot name. Here you can define address as Hyderabad. Then name equal to, I am going to write full name. H1 dot number of eyes equal to 2. Okay, let me change the font size. It is looking too small. These are the settings. Okay. Now we are going to call methods as well. h1 dot human eating. You need to know how to create object, how to create class file, how to create variables. You need to follow. Okay, whenever you are defining variables, right, you need to start with lowercase. After completing one word, again caps. After completing one word, again caps. You can define like this. Your wish. Okay, naming conventions, you need to show your experience. Class name, suppose if you want to include underscore as well, you can define that. Except space, right, you can do anything while creating class file. Human underscore example 1. Okay, if you define space, right, it will throw error. Type name is not valid. Okay, don't define space. You can define lengthy one as well. Java program underscore example one. You can define lengthy one as well. Okay, but that should be meaningful. If anyone see your class name, they can able to understand, okay, what you are going to do in this class. You are creating a human class, that is a Java program one, example one. Okay, it should be meaningful whenever you are creating class name. Coming to variables, if you want, you can define underscore as well. Number of eyes. Okay, you can represent underscore as some in some organizations they will follow this underscore concept. In some organization they will follow this uppercase. Initial one we are going to start with lowercase, then uppercase. Int human underscore age. Int human age. You need to practice more and more. Okay, then only you can able to understand this programming concept. Whenever you are getting time, sit and practice. Code review will happen. Okay, if you are automating any test cases, peer review they will do. If you are not defining method names in appropriate way, they will give comments. Okay, please correct this method name. Like that they will give review comments. Human underscore eating, you can, if you want, you can include underscore as well. Okay, method name also it is going to start with lowercase. After completing one word, again uppercase. Now if you want to execute, right click, run as Java application. We have shortcut as well, Alt Shift plus XJ. Run as Java application. Console, it is not coming. See, we are unable to see the console. Okay, in that case, go to Window, so View. Here we have options. Click on console. Here you can see it is not printing anything, because whenever if you want to print anything in console, you need to define system.out.println. That means you are giving some info. Human eating. For just information, we are going to define. Okay, this is the thing we are going to print. We are executing this method. That's why we are printing related to this. Same way, system.out.println. We have print as well. Okay, we'll see different. What you are using print means what will happen. If you are using println, what will happen? We'll see in detail. Human running. Now, if you try to execute, you can see whatever data we are giving inside this system.out.println, it is printing the same, because we called two methods. Suppose if you don't want to execute this human running method, you just comment this. Now we are going to call only human eating method. It will ask you save and launch. Always save this. Okay, human eating, because we commented we don't want to execute this human running method. This data also, if you want to print in console, just add this system.out.println. Okay. Always try to give some space here. Otherwise, this is the shortcut. Okay, SYSO. Instead of writing complete thing system.out.println, you can just type SYSO control space. You will get the system.out.println. You can cut this and keep inside this system.out.println. Same way I'm going to define here. Right click run as Java application. See, it is printing whatever details we are giving, but it is not meaningful, right? Okay, what we are trying to give here. What is this Hyderabad? What is this true? Then what is this Ravi Kumar Chennai? If you want, you can add a comment like this. Ravi address is, but this is different data type. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, I will explain why I am adding this brackets as well. If you are not adding brackets, it will throw exception. This is the info. Again, I am trying to make this meaningful. Now after execution, if you see Ravi address is Hyderabad. Ravi married or not, it will give true means married like that. Ravi full name is. You can keep on adding this info. This is just makeup kind of thing. We are making this meaningful. Okay. For if you are able, if anyone trying to execute, they can able to understand what you are writing in this program. Okay, they can able to understand easily. You can create n number of objects. These properties are methods common to any human being, right? Even you can create for objects to 130 crore members, whoever living in India. Like this, you can create n number of objects. Human Ravi equal to new human. Human Kumar equal to new human. There is no limitation that okay, you can create only 10 objects, 100 objects. You can create n number of objects. So that you can call same variable, you can access to these variables, because whenever you create object, okay, these variables and methods are available to that particular object. You can access these variables and methods. Okay, but whenever you create object, right, it will occupy some memory in your JRE. Okay, and we have JRE, JDK, JVM. Okay, in JVM, whenever we create object, right, it is going to store some space. That's why don't create more objects. At one point, what will happen? You reach the maximum memory. Like that, you will get exceptions. To avoid that, we can avoid this creating objects. I will tell you how to avoid creating objects and all. Okay, any doubt? But you need to go through this video at least a couple of times if you are new to coding. Then only you can able to understand. Now you can see the definition. You can able to understand. Class is a blueprint of object which represents states and behaviors of objects. We are going states means variables, behaviors or methods. Then object is the instance of a class which exists in real world. Example, you can take fan, TV, human, animal. Any object which exists in real world. Today you just practice how to create project, creating packages, creating class files, then how to create variables, then methods. Next we are going to see data types. What are the data types we have? Here majorly we have primitive data types and non-primitive data types. First you need to know what is data type. Okay, data types specify how the values of variables get stored in memory. Based on our requirement, we are going to define integer, string. Okay, these are the variables we are going to define as data type. And also each and every variable has a data type which decide that what kind of data we are going to store. Under this category, we have primitive data types. Nowadays, each and every interview they are asking, okay, what are the data types? What do you mean by primitive data types? What are the non-primitive data types? Why we have two categories? Under Boolean category, we have only one. Then character, we have char. Then integer, we have four categories under integer: byte, short, int, and long. But mostly we are going to work with integer and rarely sometimes with long. Okay, most of the examples we are going to see with integer only. Rarely we are going to use remaining these three: byte, short, and long. Okay, why we have four? Here we have only one, right? Here why we have four? Okay, because here uh, sizes will vary. Okay, in byte we can store only three data. Here four, then five. Okay, I will show you what is this memory allocation. Okay, how it is going to store values. Six numbers. Float. These are the whole numbers we are going to store. Float means here we are going to store decimals, fractional values. Here we have two categories: float and double. Okay. Now we are going to see the example one by one. How Boolean we are going to define. What is the advantage of Boolean? Okay. Whenever we are creating class file, you just create with the same name so that you can easily refer. Suppose if you want to attend tomorrow interview, you can create the class file in such a way that primitive data types underscore example, like this. Okay, under in the class we are going to define the primitive data types examples. Or if you want to specify, you can change name as well, like this. Primitive Boolean data type example. Whenever you want, you can change the name. Here it is asking you two fixes. Okay, if you want to change this name as Boolean data type, yes, we are going to rename. Or another option is there, right click on this class, refactor, rename. Two ways we can change the name. Suppose any spelling mistake is there, you can easily rename this. Okay. Here Boolean, this is the shortcut for main method. Type main control space. You will get the main method. Without main method, you cannot execute any Java program. Boolean we are going to define. Boolean you can define variable equal to false. This is the default value. If you are not defining any Boolean, okay, let's see. For each and every data type, okay, we have default value. You need to know. Sometimes even they will ask in interview what is the default value for Boolean. You can initialize, okay, because you are using inside the main method. We need to initialize. This is the one, okay. Default value is false for this boolean. Suppose if you are going to define this condition, variable equal to true, then you can print the value. Else okay, now what is the value for variable? False, right? Okay, let's see the output. What it will print? It will print the false because here it is going to check if this condition is true, like this value is true, then it is going to print this value. I am going to change this as true and see what it will print. Okay, boolean is true. If condition is true, it will be printed. Else, it is going to print this value. This is just true or false. Okay, we'll see in detail which we are going to practice further. You need to know, okay, what will happen if you define value as true, this will print. If you define value as false, this will print. Okay. Next, we are going to see the character. Characters we are going to represent in single quotation. You can see char data type stores single character. It stores both lowercase and uppercase, small and caps letters. In single quotes. Okay, suppose if you want to define char, we are not going to write character. Just we are going to define char only. For boolean, we are going to write complete boolean, but for char, we are going to define char only. They design in such a way in Java. Variable one equal to, here you can define a like this. We are going to store both lower and uppercase in single quotes. This is the single quote we are going to represent whenever you are defining character. Suppose if you are not defining single quote, what will happen? See, it is throwing exception. A cannot be resulted variable type because whenever you define right character, you need to mention in single quote. Now, if you want to print the same, right click run as Java application. See, it is printing same as it is whatever we defined. Okay, these things we are going to define. If you want to represent student grade, A grade, B grade, we can define these characters. Okay. Each and every example you need to practice same and send me a screenshot so that I will come to know whether you are able to understand or not. Okay, daily basis after completing your program, take screenshots and send me. If you have any doubts, and please let me know. Yeah, 1 minute. I'm getting call. Okay, same way where we have integer, then byte, byte b equal to 10, then short s equal to 20, int I equal to 30, then long L equal to 40. This is the representation of each and every data type. Actually, okay, this is the just data type. This is the variable which holds this value. Actually, this is the variable, okay, we are going to store this value 10. What is this variable? Why we are going to define inside method, outside method? We have two types again, local variables, global variables. Now, this is just byte is the data type. B is the variable which holds value 10. Okay, suppose if you are defining byte B2, this is just we declared variable, that's it. We did not initialize any value. Declared variable with B2 and data type is byte. Now here we initialized value with 10. B variable initialized value with 10. Okay, just we declared here, not initialize any value. You need to understand, okay, what we are doing exactly here. What is this byte? What is this B? Okay, then 10. Byte is the data type. Actual variable, this is the variable which we are going to. If you want to define, you can define variable as like this. Like this also variable. You can define single digit. You can define any words as well with combination, underscore. Okay, now if you are going to print this same, but we have different sizes as well. I will say that. Max we can store value, see, 100, 3, okay, 3. It will store only 3 digits. More than 3, it is throwing error because type mismatch cannot convert from integer to byte. We cannot store more than 3 digits like that. Each and everything having some. See here, we can store only up to 5 digits. More than 5, it is showing exception. Okay. I am having one screenshot, okay, which is having this sizes and all. I will say that for each and every data type, how many bytes it will store. If you want to print the console, it will print the same. Like this. Yes. Okay, only see, suppose if you are going to define like this, what will happen? It will store only whole numbers. If you try to give fractional number, decimal numbers, it will throw exception. Type mismatch cannot convert from double to short. You cannot store this value. If you want to store any fractional or decimal values, you can go with double. It will print this same. Here we are not giving this value. See, here still we are seeing this. The value local variable is not used. These two, it is not showing any, like, see, notification, because we are printing this value. These two, we are not printing these two values. That's why we are not using this actually. That's why it is showing like this. Right click run as Java application. Okay. Okay. Then we have double. Okay, for double, you just try to complete a task like define float value on double with decimals and try to print the same. Each and every one, okay, you need to practice. I need screenshots before class, okay. See, daily attending classes, that is fine, but you need to practice, then only you can learn the subject. Okay, whenever I am giving task, please complete. Then we can see the non-primitive data types, which user is going to create non-primitive data types like class, array, string, interface. These are the things which we are going to, user is going to create, which we can create object to these non-primitive data types. For primitive data types, we cannot able to create object. Okay. Then I will share this recorded video. Please go through. And if you have any doubts, you can call me on my WhatsApp. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. Bye.